Okay, guys, welcome back to 10,000 Miles Away. Today, I want to talk all things volunteering, why I joined, what made me choose Indonesia, and my life here so far. So, growing up, my dad always told me about his time when he was volunteering when he was my age. He ended up doing Ecuador and his service was sort of environmental. And he had just such a wonderful time, and he even extended his service. I love traveling. I've always been a person to get out of my comfort zone and try new things. And I applied to the organization that I work for right now back in 2021, and I chose Ecuador at the time. And I got accepted, but I just honestly didn't feel like it was the right time for me. I still wasn't 100% sure I wanted to do that at that time. So I ended up saying no and sticking with my office job I had. A couple of years on the road, I felt like I just couldn't do an office job, at least not during that time frame. I felt like there was still so much of the world I haven't seen, and I've always wanted to volunteer and live abroad for a little bit. And time kept going on, and I felt like, okay, if I don't do this now, then I feel like I never will. So I took the leap of faith. I applied again to this organization, but I did not choose Ecuador. My dad had such a great time in Ecuador. He even met my mom there, and they ended up getting married. And now here I am. And he had such an amazing, incredible time. But that's his story in his life. I knew that when I applied and when I go and volunteer, I want my whole story, something brand new. I also want to take on a new challenge, choosing a country that I had no experience visiting to in the past. Because I'm half Ecuadorian, I know the culture, I know the language, and I just felt like I wasn't getting out of my comfort zone as much as trying a new country. So that is why I chose Indonesia. I researched about it before and I just fell in love with everything it has to offer. Indonesia is a series of thousands of islands, and the environment here is insane. It literally has beaches, mountains, rainforest, jungle, cities, like anything that you can think of, Indonesia has it. The more I kept researching, the more I fell in love with it. And it had a sector that I previously had experience with, which is teaching. A couple years back, I was a preschool teacher. I absolutely loved teaching. And I felt like that was something I was comfortable doing, especially in a new country. So after all the decision making, I ended up applying and I got in and I was so over the moon. The visa process, the medical process was quite a long time, but I ended up leaving to Indonesia back in September of 2024. From then up until now, my story has just been so beyond words. I have gained such a new perspective in life. This experience has taught me so much about patience, about understanding. I've learned so much about the language, about the culture, and the people that I've met here have truly shaped me to be a better person than I was before. I will never take this chapter of my life for granted because it's truly changed me. The people in Indonesia are so beyond nice. Like, quite literally the nicest people I've ever met. They will do anything to help you out and make you feel comfortable, which is super important to me because I am the only foreigner in my town. So I do get stared at a lot. I get asked to take photos. I get asked very personal questions. Sometimes I feel like there's no personal space or boundaries, but that's just because people are genuinely curious and they want to get to know you. So I always just put on a smile and just go with it because I feel like they will never really get this experience again. And same with me. Like, if they want to take a photo, I just say yes because for me, it's just a couple of minutes out of my day, but for them, it can make their entire week. So that's where my perspective is at. And it makes me really happy and really grateful. Every single morning, I have my gratitude journal where I just write down a few things that keep me going, keep me positive, and keep me motivated for every single day here. Not every day is the best day, but I try to find something good in every day. I feel like my mindset has grown so much volunteering abroad and just being so far away from home, like quite literally 10,000 miles away. I could not pick a farther place away than Indonesia. But I feel like that's what your 20s are for, taking on new challenges, getting out of your comfort zone. I'm kind of just taking it all in, being present in the moment, and just truly enjoying my life here because it really is a good life. I'm not trying to be corny or cheesy during this video, but I just cannot explain it enough how much I love this chapter of my life. Right now, it's a very busy time in my life with school, with volunteering, with different English programs coming up that I have been helping out with. So I think I'm going to cut this video a little bit short, but for next time, I will talk more in depth about my life in Indonesia and go into details about the challenges and how I overcome them. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on 10,000 Miles Away. Bye.